Creating a quick part. In this exercise, we're going to start with a blank Word document. We're going to populate this with some images and some text, and then capture that content and save it as a quick part, a building block, or otherwise reusable content. So with my insertion point blinking here at the beginning of my document, I'm going to press enter twice, just so that I have a couple of lines of space separating the top of the document from my content. Now with my insertion point blinking right here in the third line, I want to insert an image called cakes. So I'm going to go to my insert tab. Here in my illustrations group, I'm going to click pictures and then from this device. That'll open up my insert pictures dialog box, and I'm going to find my image right here named cakes. I'm going to double click it. It'll automatically pop it into my document. Now, with the image still selected, and I can see that it's selected a couple of ways. One, I see my resizing handles here on the corners and on the edges. And secondly, I have my Picture Tools Format tab here at the top in my ribbon. If I deselect my image, that will no longer be available. I have to click my image one time to select it, and then there it is. Now, here on my Picture Format tab, I'm going to come over to the Arrange group, and I'm going to click Wrap Text. Now from here I'm going to come down and take a look at what all is available. The one I want is the top and bottom wrapping. That'll wrap the lines of text to the top and bottom of the image. Now from here I'm going to come to my Size group, and I want to crop this image a little bit. So I'm going to come here and click the bottom half of Crop. But in this case, I want to crop to shape. Now when I hover over it, it gives me this menu. The one I want to find is right down here under the Flowchart. I'm going to find it right here. It's called Flowchart Document. Now once I click this, notice the image. See how it crops that image with a little wave at the bottom of the image, giving it a little character. From here I want to place my insertion point in the last line of the document. I'm going to press enter one time. Now you'll notice that when I pressed enter, it added the new line above the image. Well, that's going to be easily fixed. I'm going to click and drag the image up a little bit. Now I have two lines at the bottom of my document below this image. And at this point what I want to do is add some random text. So in order to do random text, I'm going to type in equals, R-A-N-D, open parentheses, and then in this case I'm going to put a 4 close parentheses. That 4 simply means that I want to have 4 random paragraphs of text. Now that I'm finished entering that, I'm going to press enter. Now look at that.
Wow.
Wow indeed. Yes, we have 4 paragraphs. I can see there's 4 because there's 1 paragraph mark, 2, 3, 4. Next, what I want to do is justify all the text. So I'm going to select all this text, and then on my Home tab here in the Paragraph group, I'm going to click Justify. And it'll block off my text so it looks and appears nice on the page. From here I want to place my insertion point in a location in which I want the next image to appear. I'm going to place my insertion point here at the beginning of this first sentence in the first paragraph. With my insertion point blinking there, I'm going to come to my Insert tab, Pictures, this device, and it should open up in the same folder that I was just in. And what I want to do is I want to add the mixer image, and click Insert, and there it is. Now with the image still selected, I'm going to come up to my layout options. I'm going to click this one time, and from here I want to apply a tight text wrapping. You'll notice that when I apply that, it wraps the text tightly around the box of the image. Now to close this, I'm going to click my layout options again. It'll close that menu. Next I want to remove some of this white space so the text will wrap even tighter around this image. The way I'm going to do that is my image is selected, so from here I'm going to come to my Picture Format tab. Over in the Adjust group, I'm going to click Color. And then at the bottom down here, I'm going to choose Select Transparent Color. When I do, my cursor changes to a left downward pointing pen or eraser looking icon. I'm going to click here in the bottom left area of my image. And when I do, you'll notice the text wraps even tighter around this image. I'm going to deselect this image, and at this point I want to select everything on this page, so I'm going to press Control A. Now with everything selected, I'm going to come back to my Insert tab, and then over in the Text group, I'm going to click Quick Parts. And then down here at the bottom, I'm going to click Save Selection to Quick Part Gallery. That'll open up my Create New Building Block dialog box. Now in this case I need to give it a name. I'm going to call this Cakes. From here I could identify different galleries, but I want to keep it in Quick Parts. I want the category to be general. I could enter a really great description, but we're going to leave it blank for right now. At this point I'm just going to click OK. And then I'm going to deselect everything, and notice nothing really changed. So I'll select it real quick and just remove it. Now I have one line in my document. Now I want to test out my quick part that I just created. So I'm going to come to the text group here on the Insert tab and click Quick Parts. And then I can see there it is. There's my quick part that I just built. If I click this one time, look at that, Shazam.
Wow.
Wow indeed. And this has been Creating a Quick Part. Thanks for joining me. And remember, knowledge is power. Share your knowledge with other people, thus empowering them as well.